Engine idling low, heat singing in the vents. I'm a sinner in a silk suit, dollars and cents. Got the blueprints mapped on the back of my hand. This wasn't part of the sermon, this wasn't part of the plan. But the medical bills are stacking like a Tower of Babel. So I'm putting my soul on the blackjack table. Adjust the cufflinks, polish the shoes. Nothing left to lose when you're born with the blues. I'm a gentleman wolf in a sheep's parade, walking into the fire that the devil made. I don't want the diamonds, I don't want the gold. I just wanna buy back the time that we sold. So keep your head down and nobody cries. I'm just here to sever the ties. This is the heights of the century, baby. I'm stealing the dawn from the dawn, driving a getaway car through the gates of haze, trying to heal a broken heart. Yeah, the sirens are singing a beautiful song. I'm doing the right thing by doing the wrong. Walk through the door, cool as ice on the vein. Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from being a hero. Stay on the floor. I'm the polite nightmare walking through the door. Tell her shaking hands, I give her a nod. I'm sorry, ma'am. Take it up with God, bag it up slow. Don't look at my face, I guess the ghost haunting this place. The security guards reaching, I give them the eye. Don't do it, son, it ain't your day to die. I got a promise to keep to a girl in the bed, and I'd rather be rich, guilty and dead. I don't want the glory, I don't want the fame. I just wanna scrub the dirt off my name. The vault is open, the alarm is screaming. Time to wake up from the dream, man. This is the heights to the century, baby. I'm stealing the dawn from the dark, driving a getaway car through the gates of haters, trying to heal a broken heart. Yeah, the sirens are singing a beautiful song. I'm doing the right thing by doing the wrong. If the lights go out, remember my face, not the mask I wore, but the warm embrace. I'm burning the bridge so you can cross the stream. It's a dirty reality for a clean little dream. adjusted my tie in the rearview mirror. Objects in the glass are getting closer, getting clearer. Got a bloodstain blooming on a crisp white shirt, but a gentleman knows how to hide the hurt. The city is screaming, sirens wail in the black. I paid the toll, yeah, there's no turning back. You're shivering, darling, clutching the goal. I'm the villain in the story that will never be told. Leather gloves tight on the steering wheel. My heart is velvet, but my nerves are steel. Don't look out the window, don't look at the flashing light. We're just two shadows bleeding into the night. I promised you freedom, whatever the cost. They wanted a monster, so I gave them a show, trading my peace for the gasoline flow. My hands are dirty, so yours can stay clean. I'm the ghost in the machine, the king of the scene. I got a bullet with my name, but I put it on hold. For a love like this, I trade my soul for the cold. So dry those eyes, fix your lipstick, my dear. As long as I'm breathing, you got nothing to fear. The road is a serpent, winding and steep. I've got promises to keep and secrets to keep. The neon is blurring a river of red. Forget every word that the preacher man said. We're running on fumes and a prayer in the dark. So keep your head down low in a getaway car. I'll outrun the devil just to get you to the stars. Let the engine roar, let the tires burn. Across the line so you never have to turn.
Good evening, I hate that we meet like this. Truly, but the clock's run out of sand. Adjust the winds or not, smooth out the jagged silk. I'm strictly top shelf whiskey, you a sour milk. I step out of the Lincoln, shoes shining in the mud. A little bit of grace before the spilling of the blood. I sent a dozen roses to your mother in advance, 'cause even devils need a partner for the dance. I checked the chamber once, safety clicking off. This ain't a jagged pill, it's just a heavy cough. You broke the code of honor, you crossed the velvet line. Now I gotta tax your soul to pay the fine. And it breaks my heart, old friend, it really does, to turn what we were into what we was. The street lights flicker like a dying cigarette. I haven't missed the target yet. It's a showdown at the edge of the night. We're trading shadows for the blinding light. I'll tip my hat before I take you down, king of the ashes in this broken town. Yeah, it's a showdown. No anger, no scream, just a violin lay to a gentle dream. Forgive me, brother, for what I gotta do. This bullet's heavy, 'cause it's meant for you. You see what now? Hand shaking by your waist. You got the look of regret, a bitter sort of taste. I remember when we ran the block, kings of the pave. Now I'm standing here, digging out a shallow grave. I'll make it quick, I promise. I'm a man of my word. A sharp conclusion to the tragedy you heard. Don't reach for it, don't make it messy, son. The war is over before it's even begun. I'm the monster in the suit, the manners in the malice, pouring out the poison in the crystal chalice. There's no glory in the kill today, just a debt that we both have to pay. I'll keep your secrets in my pocket tight, no tip into that good night. King of the ashes in this broken town. brother, for what I gotta do. This bullet's heavy, 'cause it's meant for you. Sleep now, I'll cover the tab. You were a good man once. You've never taken. Nice tie. Mind if I smoke? No. Shame. One light bulb swinging like a pendulum of fate. You're staring at your watch thinking that it's getting late. You got the photos on the table, spread out like a fan, trying to crack the armor of a violent gentleman. I adjust my cufflinks, I straighten out the vest. My heart is beating hammers inside this pinstripe chest. But you won't see a sweat bead, you won't see a shake. I mastered every smile that a sinner has to fake. You ask me for a name, you ask me for a time. I pour a glass of water and I speak in nursery rhyme. I don't recall, officer, the memory is gray. I'm taking all these secrets to my grave today. You think you're breaking me down, turning the screws in this dirty town. But there's a code in the blood, ancient and deep. Promises a lonely man has gotta keep. So shine the light, burn my eyes. I'm built on whiskey and gold-plated lights. You can chain my wrist, you can lock the sail, but a gentleman never tells. No, a gentleman never tells. I'll take the heat, I'll take the scar, just to keep us safe. Whoever you are, I see you getting angry, slamming fists on the steel. You're looking for a weakness, looking for a deal. Give us the girl, you say, and you can walk away. But that's a price, my friend, I ain't equipped to pay. I see her in the shadows, I see her in the smoke. The way she laughed at midnight at a broken-hearted joke. She's running towards the border, chasing down the sun, while I sit here staring at the barrel of your gun. I'm the monster in the suit, the devil in the silk. So go ahead and spill it, crying over spilled milk. My silence is a fortress, my silence is a shield. The only weapon left that I know how to wield. The tape recorder spins round and round, catching the silence, the terrible sound of a man saying nothing while his soul is on the rack. There ain't no turning back, no turning back. So shine the light, burn my eyes. I'm built on whiskey and gold-plated lights. You can chain my wrist, you can lock the sail, but a gentleman never tells. No, a gentleman never tells. I'll take the heat, I'll take the scar, just to keep us safe. Whoever you are, you say the truth will set you free, but the truth would only cage you. So I'll pay the wager. Yeah, I'll pay the wager. Let the judge bring the gavel down. I'll be the truest liar in this whole damn town. we done here? I think I like that phone call now. If you don't mind. Yeah. A gentleman never tells.
They say the sharpest blade is the one held by a friend. I straightened my tie, I poured the drink, I watched you break the code. Tailored suits and Italian leather, we walked through the fire. Two kings of the concrete balancing on a wire. I shared my bread, I shared my blood, I gave you the keys. We brought the city to a halt, brought the judges to their knees. I fixed your collar when you couldn't stand up straight. I took the heat when the devils were at the gate. But I saw the shift in your shadow, the glitch in your smile. You were planning the funeral for a heavy long while. A gentleman's agreement signed in smoke and in gin. I didn't know you let the serpent in. Saw the reflection in the window pane. You checked your watch while standing in the rain. The silence was louder than a loaded gun. My brother, my partner, look what you've done. Oh, the double cross. Yeah, you nailed me to the floor. It ain't the money lost, it's that I don't know you anymore. A kiss on the cheek, a knife in the spine. You sold out a soul for $1 and a dime. It's a heavy, heavy loss, the dirty double cross. I walked into the warehouse, hands in my pockets calm. I knew you had a wire taped to your sweaty palm. I didn't run, I didn't shout, I kept my dignity. That's the difference between you and the man I act to be. I tip my hat to the fair, waiting in the dark. I let you leave your stain, let you leave your mark. Because a rat is a rat, even in a silk vest. And a king dies standing while he puts the rumors to rest. You got the silver, yeah, you got the deal, but you never know how loyalty feels. The whiskey tastes like ashes in the glass tonight. I'm walking away underneath the street lamp light. The silence is louder than a loaded gun. My brother, my partner, look what you've done. Oh, the double cross. Yeah, you nailed me to the floor. It ain't the money lost, it's that I don't know you anymore. A kiss on the cheek, a knife in the spine. You sold out
cold. I hope the story sounds good when it gets told. I won't seek revenge, I won't hunt you down. The ghost of our friendship is the heaviest crown. Cup, finish the glass. Goodbye, brother. Goodbye, brother.
Tie. Check the watch. Forgive them, for they know exactly what they do. I got a double-breasted jacket and a bulletproof vest, a heart full of secrets pounding in my chest. I hold the door open for the devil when he knocks, and I keep my conscience buried in a rusted metal box. They call me sir when I walk into the room, but I smell like expensive scotch and pending doom. I send a dozen roses to the girl I'll never see, 'cause there's a price on my head and nothing here is free. I wash my hands of the dirt, but the stain stays deep. The sins of the city are the only things I keep. I tried to build a castle on a foundation of sand, with a pistol in my pocket and a flower in my hand. Oh, gravity is pulling me down. Now I'm standing in the crossfire between the man I was and the man I had to be. Yeah, I'm burning in the crossfire, writing love letters to a tragic destiny. I'm just a gentleman sinner, playing a losing game, trying to be a saint with a number for a name, caught in the middle of the fire and the flame. Reflections in the window of a black sedan. This wasn't part of the master plan. I wanted quiet nights, I wanted peace of mind, but violence is a dog that follows close behind. I tip my hat to the shadows on the wall, waiting for the hammer and the axe to fall. So tell her that I loved her more than gold or breath, but I'm dancing a tango with the angel of death. Polished shoes, broken soul, walking down the line, turning water into blood instead of wine. I tried to walk the straight line on a crooked street, but the pavement burns beneath my feet. Oh, the silence is getting so loud. Now I'm standing in the crossfire between caught in the middle, just a gentleman in the trenches, sending my love. Yeah, sending my love.
A lonely cello groans, the sound of rain hitting the window pane. A lighter flicks open, then shuts. Snap, snap, snap. Manners make the man, that's what they told me. But they never said what unmakes him. Dress suit, black tie, polished leather shoes. I pay my debts on time. I never sing the blues. Out loud I hold the door for strangers. I tip the waiter double. I walk the straightest line just to navigate the trouble. But underneath the cup there's a scar that tells the truth, a map of every sin I committed in my youth. I smile like a saint while I'm thinking like a sinner. Wolf in the tuxedo, sitting down for dinner. They see the velvet glove, they don't see the iron fist. They don't see the phantom names tattooed on my wrist. I try to hold you like a fragile glass of wine, but the tremors in my hand are crossing every line. The devil's on my shoulder, whispering your name. And love to men like me is just a dangerous game. Oh, I got a trigger finger, itching on the bone. I'm a king of a castle, sitting on a gunpowder throne. I try to reach out just to touch your face, but my hand recoils like I'm falling from grace. Yeah, this trigger finger, it don't know how to hold. It only knows how to break. What is good is gold. Lord, save this trigger finger. I brought you roses wrapped in yesterday's news. Apologies don't fix the heartbreaking bruise. It's muscle memory, baby. It's the reflex of the street, to strike before you're struck, to never accept defeat. I'm a gentleman by day, a monster by the moon, dancing with the ghost in a quiet, empty room. You want a love story written in the stars. I'm writing warning labels on the prison bars. Soft words, hard heart, that's the paradox. Trying to keep the demons locked inside the box. I swore I'd never aim a weapon at the light, but I'm fighting with the
a shadow in the middle of the night. The silence between us is loud enough to kill. Cause I got a trigger finger itching on the bone. I'm a king of a castle sitting on a gunpowder throne. I try to reach out just to touch your face, but my hand recoils like I'm falling from grace. Yeah, this trigger finger, it don't know how to hold. It only knows how to break what is good is gold. Lord, save this trigger finger. It's the twitch, it's the shake, it's the terrible mistake. I put my hands in my pockets just to keep them still. I put my hands in my pockets just to keep them still. Cause if I let them go, I don't know who I'll kill. I wanted to be gentle. I really did.
Checkmate. You played it well, darling. You played it real well.
It's just a cufflink, smooth as silk lapel, checking into heaven, but I'm living in hell. The room is spinning slow, the ice is melting down. The quietest king in this dirty little town. I saw the nervous twitch, the way you checked your phone, the way you said you loved me in a monotone. The perfume on your neck, it smells like gasoline, the prettiest match that I have ever seen. 30 silver coins inside your Gucci purse. I guess the blessing was a cover for the curse. I don't look out the window, I know it's waiting there. Blue and red lights flashing, cutting through the air. You're trembling in the corner, tears upon your face. But baby, I'm a gentleman, I leave with grace. A beautiful lie. You wore your finest dress to watch me die. Yeah, you sold me down the river for a second chance.
bitches, I paid the market price. They're coming up the stairs, I hear the heavy boots. I'm straightening the tie on my Italian suit. I ain't gonna run, I ain't gonna fight. I'll let you be the hero of the story tonight. Take the money, run, vanish in the mist. Forget the man you killed with a Judas kiss. I kept the secret safe, I buried all the bones. Now I'm sitting on a throne made of cobblestone. Oh, it was the perfect setup, a beautiful lie. You wore your finest dress to watch me die. Yeah, you sold me down the river for a second chance. And I was just a fool waiting for the dance. Heartbreak in the chamber, finger on the trigger. The shadow of the doubt just keeps getting bigger. It was the setup. Yeah, the sweetest setup. I hope it was worth it. I hope the money keeps you warm. I'll be the lightning rod, you'll be the storm. Don't cry, dog, it ruins the mascara. Walk slow, head high. Let 'em know I loved you anyway. I loved you anyway. I loved you anyway.
Manners make it the man, but sins make the legend. Straighten the tie, dust off the lapel. I'm dressed for heaven, but I'm walking through hell. Oxford shoes, polished to a mirror shine, reflecting the flashing lights, crossing the line. I tip my hat to the lady in the street, even while the pavement burns beneath my feet. A polite desperado with a price on his head. Keep the secrets buried, keep the roses red. I never raised a voice, I never broke a vow, but the sirens in the distance are calling me now. Champagne taste on a fugitive budget. The jury's rigged, yeah, I beg you not to judge it. I left a letter on your vanity case, signed with a teardrop, vanished without a trace. The world is chasing shadows, hunting down a ghost, but it's the silence in this car that hurts the most. Oh, I'm a wanted man, yeah, I'm known by name. My face is on on the wall in a heavy wooden frame. Every sheriff, every bounty, every gun for hire is looking for the gentleman playing with fire. Yeah, the whole world wants me, they're closing in fast, but you're the only one who left me in the past. I'm a wanted man, Lord, nobody wants me. Drive through the canyon where the cell service dies, gold-plated pistol and bloodshot eyes. I'm a distinct breed of a vintage decay, holding the door open while I make my getaway. They say I'm a villain, a thief in the night, but I kissed your forehead before I took flight. A cold-hearted killer with a warm-blooded soul, paying for the mercy that I stole. Check the rear view, dust cloud rising high. The law is a storm in a clear blue sky. I pour a glass of whiskey on the dashboard wood. Here's to the bad times, here's to the good. The distance between us is the only prison cell that I can't escape, no matter how I yell. 'Cause I'm a wanted man, yeah, I'm known by name. My face is on the wall in a heavy wooden frame. Every sheriff, every bounty, every gun for hire is looking for the gentleman playing with fire. Yeah, the whole world wants me, they're closing in fast, but you're the only one who left me in the past. I'm a wanted man, Lord, nobody wants me. I could surrender, I could give in, trade the pinstripes for a number and a bin, but a gentleman never leaves a debt unpaid. And I've got one last promise that I made, to love you from the shadows, to love you from the shade. Keep the change, keep the memories. They'll catch the suit, but they'll never catch the man, wanted, unwanted. I adjust the focus, blur out the world, sharpen the image of you. Just another ghost in a bespoke suit. Watch it. I see you walking down Fifth, avoiding the cracks. I'm 3 stories up, dressed in midnight blacks, pouring the bourbon, no ice, straight neat. Watching the way that your shoes hit the street. I check the perimeter, scan for the threat. I haven't slept in 3 days, haven't faded yet. They call me a monster, a king of the underground. But when you're in the frame, I don't make a sound. I keep the wolves at bay with a silencer's kiss. You live in the light, I exist in the abyss. Straighten my time, wipe the blood from the cup, loving you from a distance.
I see the smile that you fake for the crowd. I hear the heartbeat that's screaming out loud. I'm the guardian angel with the dirty hands. Under surveillance, I'm watching over you. It's a beautiful prison. This point of view, I can't say hello, I can't say goodbye. I'm just a satellite eye in your velvet sky, protecting your heart while I'm losing my soul under surveillance, losing control. Zoom in, I saw that guy at the bar who grabbed at your wrist. He won't be a problem, he ceases to exist. I handle the business, I settle the score. He won't ever darken your shadow no more. I'm a gentleman sinner, a saint with a gun, walking through fire so you feel the sun. I got monitors stacked in a wall of gray, recording the seconds of your everyday. Is it love? Is it madness? The line is so thin, I'm locked out of heaven looking in. The tape is rolling, the memory spins. Forgive me, my darling, for all of my sins. The distance between us is the price that I pay. Get a surveyor. I'm watching over you. It's a beautiful prison. This point of view, I can't say hello, I can't say goodbye. I'm just a satellite eye in your velvet sky, protecting your heart while I'm losing my soul under surveillance, losing control. I wish I could walk up and ask for a dance, but men like me, we don't get a second chance. If you saw what I've done, if you saw what I am, you'd run from this lion who acts like a lamb. So I watch from the window, I watch from the dark, a lonely curator of a beautiful work of art. Click save, good night. Angel, I'm right here. Always. 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 Midnight under the suspended bridge. Shadows stretched like oil. Engine idling, burning gas, blood beginning to boil. I checked the briefcase twice. The
cash is stacked in rows. Everything you need to disappear when a wild wind blows. I'm wearing my best suit, charcoal gray, silk lapel, dressed like a saint while I'm standing in hell. Headlights cut the fog, blinding white, cutting deep, waking up the demons that I put to sleep. I'm a man of my word, a man of the cold, but tonight the devil's waiting at the end of the road. I see a silhouette walking through the mist, a ghost I've held, the lips I've kissed, but the sirens are wailing a mile away, and there's nothing left for us to say. This is the handoff, baby. Take it and run. I'm the bullet in the chamber, I'm the smoking gun. I'm trading my freedom to buy you alive, cutting the cord with a jagged knife. Don't look back at the wreckage of me. I'm the sinking ship, you're the open sea. Yeah. This is the hand of gold. You reach for the handle, your fingers brush mine. A static shock, a shiver down the spine. You whisper, come with me, but you know I can't move. I'm a needle stuck in a broken groove. I got a debt to the streets, a price on my head. If I follow you now, we're both good as dead. So I tip my fedora, a gentleman's lie. I'll be right behind you, looking you in the eye. The hardest part of the hustle, the art of the con, is pretending you're happy when the angel is gone. The rain washes down on the pavement cracks. There's no U-turns, there's no turning back. The taillights fade into the black and the red. This is the handoff, baby. Take it and run. I'm the bullet in the chamber, I'm the smoking gun. I'm trading my freedom to buy you alive, cutting the cord with a jagged knife. Don't look back at the wreckage of me. I'm the sinking ship, you're the open sea. Yeah. This is the hand of gold. I'll watch you leave, I light a cigarette. The most expensive thing I ever bought was your safety. And now the blue lights are flashing against the wall. Let them come, let them take it all. I paid the cost. Keep driving. Don't look in the rear view. I'm just a bad memory now. A gentleman to the end. Yeah. The end.
Yeah. Go ahead. Start the tape. I know you're listening. Pour yourself a drink, boys. It's gonna be a long night. Silk tied tight against the hollow in my throat. Dust on the lapel of my pinstripe coat. I hear the echo on the line every time I dial. I feel the lens zooming in from a quarter mile. There's a black sedan parked down by the gate, watching the movements of a man controlled by fate. I keep the scotch neat, I keep the lights low, putting on a matinee show for the ghostly road. They want the names, the numbers, they illicit gain, but all they're gonna catch is the frequency of pain. Yeah, I'm a king in a castle made of glass walls, waiting for a judgment day that never calls. Oh, I'm living my life on a wire, caught in the jaws of a steel trap. You capture every whisper, you record every sin, but you don't know the emptiness I'm living in. Yeah, the jury's listening to the beating of my heart, tearing the silence and the secrets apart. Static on the line, is anybody there? Or am I just talking to the cold thin air? I bet you're bored, sitting in that unmarked van, trying to decide for the soul of a broken man. You want the location of the money and the gold, it's buried in the memories of a hand I couldn't hold. She walked out the door while the camera was rolling, left a hole in my chest that the devil is controlling. So write this down in your little black book. I stole the world, but it was her that I took for granted. Now the silence is louder than a siren scream. I'm just a Noir villain in a fever dream. Polished shoes, blood on the floor, gentleman killer, rotten to the core. Can you hear me breaking through the interference? I'm begging for a little emotional clearance. The evidence is heavy, the verdict is clear. 'Cause I'm living my life on a wiretap, caught in the jaws of a steel trap. You capture every whisper, you record every sin, but you don't know the emptiness I'm living in. Yeah, the jury's listening to the beating of my heart, tearing the silence and the secrets apart. Standing to the light. Hey, agent, I know you got headphones on. Do me a favor. If you see her, if your surveillance finds her before I do, tell her the money didn't keep me warm. Tell her the power was just a storm. Tell her I'm sorry.
That's enough for today. You got what you needed. Good. Click.
Forgive me, Father, for I'm about to sin. Straighten the tie. Check the wire. Let the games begin. Walk in with a smile, the best that money buys. Hand-stitched Italian silk to hide the trembling lies. I hug him like a brother, I kiss him on the cheek, while the microphone is taped every word we speak. He pours a glass of vintage, says here's the family. I drink it down to drown the rat inside of me. I'm the Judas in the pinstripe, the viper in the nest, with a battery pack burning a hole inside my chest. Civility is armor, manners are the mask. I'm just a gentleman, contain a deadly task. The neon light outside is turning red to green. I'm selling out the only love I've ever seen. 30 pieces of silver, stack them on the shelf. Oh, they call me the informer, trading blood for breath. I'm dancing with the devil in a slow and quiet death. I wear the finest suit to the funeral I made, digging up the secret from the shallow grave. Yeah, I'm polished and I'm perfect, a traitor and a ghost, raising up my glass for a final heavy toast. He looks me in the eye, he talks about the code, honor among thieves, down this lonely road. He trusts me with his life, he trusts me with his kid. He tells me where the bodies and the money's hid. And I can feel the reel turning, clicking on the spool. I'm playing him for nothing, I'm playing him a fool. My heart is breaking open, bleeding in the dark, while I act a noble savage, swirling like a shark. I love you, man, he says, I say I love you too, knowing when I leave this room the feds are coming through. The whiskey tastes like poison, the air is getting thin. I open up the door and let the cold wind in. The verdict is written, the gavel's gonna fall, 'cause I'm the informant. I'm trading blood for breath. I'm dancing with the devil in a slow and quiet death. I wear the finest suit to the funeral I made, digging up the secret from the shallow grave. Yeah, I'm polished and I'm perfect, a traitor and a ghost, raising up my glass for a fire in a hollow gold ring. I saved my skin, but I lost my soul. Yeah, I lost the whole damn thing. Sirens in the distance, blue lights on the wet pavement. I fix my collar, walk away, just a gentleman walking away. Walking away. Walking away.
A lonely saxophone wails in the distance, quickly cut off by a heavy, distorted bass line. The sound of a lighter flicking open and a long exhale. Everything in its place. Tied straight shoes shine. But look at this mess. I walked in at 2:45. Found the silence waiting there to ambush me. There's a chalk outline on the bedroom floor where your shadow used to dance, but it don't dance no more. I adjusted my cuffs, I checked the room, smelled the lingering trace of your French perfume. It hangs in the air like gun smoke, thick and gray, evidence of the love that you took away. I'm a man of respect, I follow the code, but tonight I'm carrying a heavy load. No broken glass, no kicked in door, just a hollow chest where a heart was before. They asked for an alibi, but I've got none. I was holding the rose, you were holding the gun, yeah, you were holding the gun. Somebody call the flashing light, 'cause nothing about this darkness feels right. It's a felony, baby, the way you left, a cold-blooded, beautiful, perfect death. You didn't kill the man, but you killed the dream. Now I'm just a tape around the crime scene. Yeah, walking through the wreckage of a crime scene. I pour a glass of bourbon neat, no ice, hey
being way too nice. I kept my hands clean, I kept my suits pressed, while you were planting dynamite inside my chest. The neighbors didn't hear it, the silent attack, just the click of your heels and you not looking back. I should hunt you down, that's what a bad man would do, but I'm a gentleman, darling, so I toast to you. The perfect getaway without a single trace, just the ghost of a smile on a memory's face. The jury's out, the verdict is in. The love in you's my only sin, yeah. Loving you was the sin. Oh, somebody call the flashing light, 'cause nothing about this darkness feels right. It's a felony, baby, the way you left. A cold-blooded, beautiful, perfect there. You didn't kill the man, but you killed the dream. Now I'm just the tape around the crime scene. Do not cross the crime scene. I'll clean up the mess, I'll straighten the frame, I'll burn all the letters that whispered your name. A gentleman bleeds, but he never creates a scene unless he's alone. Unless he's alone. Case closed, put the fire away. Just another cold case in a cold still. Good night, sweetheart. I walked in with a suit cut from midnight silk, smiling like a cat who just finished the meal. But the sergeant at the desk doesn't care about the style. He just wants a signature, he just wants the file. The fluorescent lights buzz like a headache in my skull.
The air in this station is heavy and dull. He slides the box across the counter, creates a friction sound, contains the wreckage of the empire I burned to the ground. I don't want a silver lighter out of gas. I done too a broken watch, shattered glass. I'm looking for the soul, but it isn't on the list. Just the cold hard metal of the things I realized I missed. I kept my shoes shine, I kept my hands clean, but the camera captured every frame of the scene. I could bribe the judge, I could pay off the jury, but I can't buy back the calm from the fury. Now my heart is sitting in the evidence locker, tag on the toe of a dream. Yeah, it's a shocker. Between the rusty pistol and the stack of dirty cash lies the photograph of us turning into ash. They locked it up tight, threw away the key, charged with the murder of who we used to be. Yeah, my heart is rotting in the evidence locker, waiting on a pardon that's never gonna be free. They say a gentleman knows when to leave the table, but I was betting on a myth, betting on a fable. I remember how you looked in that passenger seat before the sirens started wailing down 47th Street. I told you, baby, keep your head down, don't say a word. But the truth is a bullet that can't be unheard. Now I'm reading the inventory, item 44. A lipstick stain on a handkerchief, nothing more. The florets left of the Bonnie and the Clyde, just a plastic baggie with your memory inside. I'm the king of the city with a crown made of wire, standing in the ashes of the dumpster fire. I kept my coat stacked, I kept my tie straight, but I showed up to the altar a lifetime too late. I can't escape the cuffs, I can slip through the bars, but I can't outrun the guilt underneath these scars. Cause my heart is sitting in the evidence locker, tag on the toe of a dream. Yeah, it's a shocker. Between the rusty pistol and the stack of dirty cash lies the photograph of us turning into ash. They locked it up tight, threw away the key, charged with the murder of who we used to be. Yeah, my heart is rotting in the evidence locker. Can I take it home, officer? Can I take it home? It's of no use to the prosecution, it's just a sentimental execution. I don't want the money, I don't want the ring, I just want the way she used to say. in the evidence locker. Tag on the toe of a dream, it's a shocker. Between a rusty pistol and a stack of dirty cash lies a photograph of us turning into ash. So they locked it up tight. Yeah, they locked it up
Adjusted the time, checked the night in the mirror. The ghost in the glass made the picture clear. Silk handkerchief folded in the breast pocket, a picture of you inside a silver locket. They call me a cleaner, I sweep up the mess, put the sins of the city in the Sunday dress. I walk through the shadows with a respectful stride, keeping the monsters locked up inside. Manners are everything when you're living in hell. I tip my hat before I ring the bell. But the ledger is red and the ink isn't drying. I'm tired of living, but I'm too stubborn for dying. The engine is running, the road's calling my name. But oh, you're the one loose end I can't cut free. The only pure thing left inside of me. I'm a man of my word, and my word is a stone dragging me down to the bottom alone. I burn all the bridges, I bury the friends, but I break every rule for my loose ends. I could have vanished, faded to black, taken the money and never looked back. But a gentleman knows when the debt comes due, and I paid a fortune to still watch over you. From the corner of the street, beneath the street lamps glow, watching you bloom while I'm moving slow. Gunmetal cold against the warmth of my chest, put the demon
prince to sleep so an angel can rest. I'm the villain in the story, that's the part I must play, so you can see the sun at the end of the day. The whiskey is pouring, the night's getting deep. I've got promises to keep, and miles before I sleep, the shadows are lengthening across the floor. But oh, you're the one loose end I can't cut free. The only pure thing left inside of me. I'm a man of my word, and my word is a stone dragging me down to the bottom alone. I burn all the bridges, I bury the friends, but I break every rule for my loose ends. They say leave no trace, they say wipe the slate, but how do you erase the hands of fate? I tied up the rest, I silenced the crowd, but loving you is the only sin I'm allowed.
Oh, the lonely trumpet plays a Noir melody, cut short by the roar of a V8 engine revving up. A heavy, distorted bass groove kicks in, driving and relentless. Straighten the tie, check the mirror, don't look back, they're always closer than they appear. Rain hitting the windshield like bullets made of glass, watching the city lights blur, watching the moments pass. I got a suit cut from midnight, Italian leather shoes. I got a glove box full of secrets and nothing left to lose. See, a gentleman knows when to walk and when to run. He knows how to hold a woman and how to hold a gun. But tonight the road is twisting like a snake in the dust, betrayed by the very things I swore that I could trust. The sirens in the distance, they're singing me a song about a right turn I missed when everything went wrong. I left a letter on your pillow, sealed with wax and red wine. I hope you read it while I'm crossing over the county line. The engine is screaming what I never could say. Oh, it's the chase that kills the heart, tearing the man and the memory apart. I'm pushing 80 on the edge of the dark, trying to outrun the shadow, trying to outrun the shark. I'm not running for my life, darling, I'm running for yours. Through the crashing of the waves and the slamming of the doors. Yeah, it's the chase, and I'm the only one who knows the race is lost.
Check the fuel gauge, needle dropping to the red. Keep the panic in the stomach, keep the logic in the head. I remember how you looked in that smoke-filled cabaret. I remember promising to wash the grit away. But the devil collects his due, he doesn't take a check. And now I feel his cold breath heavily on my neck. I could turn the wheel, wrap this steel around a tree, and the story right here, finally be free. But a gentleman finishes the business that he starts, even if it means breaking his own damn heart. The rearview mirror is just a gallery of ghosts, toasting to the sinner who hurts the one he loves the most. The tires are screaming what I never could say. Oh, it's the chase that kills the heart, tearing the man and the memory apart. I'm pushing 80 on the edge of the dark, trying to outrun the shadow, trying to outrun the shark. I'm not running for my life, darling, I'm running for yours. Through the crashing of the waves and the slamming of the doors. Yeah, it's the chase. If they catch me, tell them I didn't fight. Tell them I adjusted my cuffs and walked into the light. I was a king of the alley, a prince of the street, but I trade the crown for a place at your feet. Yeah, I'll trade the crown just to sit at your feet. Here, the engine down. I'm done running. I'm done running. Be seeing you.
Fairness costs nothing. But the truth is expensive. Put it on my tab. Fresh pressed linen, not a wrinkle on the sleeve. I practiced how to stand, I practiced how to lead. They say a gentleman never tells and a savage never cries. So I buried all my demons underneath the tie. I walked into the room, cut the tension with a knife. You were sitting in the corner looking largely like my life. No weapon in your hand, just a glass of Pinot Noir. But I felt the crosses locking on me walking through the door. I tipped my hat, I paid the band to play it low. I didn't know this was the killing floor. I didn't know when the silence was louder than a cannon blast. Ripping through the present, tearing up the past. You didn't need a bullet, didn't need a blade. Oh, you hit me point blank, right in the center of the chest. No powder burn, no blood on the vest. Yeah, you looked me in the eye and you stole my breath away. A gentleman's execution in the light of day. Stone cold point blank. I held the door open while you walked out with my soul. Paid the valet, kept the panic in control. That's the code, ain't it? Keep the chaos in the cage. Never let them see the handwriting on the page. But I'm bleeding out internally, a statue's collapse. Caught inside the velvet of your beautifully set traps. A gangster knows the risk of the hustle and the crime, but falling for an angel that's doing heavy time. So I straighten up the collar and I step out in the rain. Make the suffering look stylish, make a diamond out of pain. The silence is louder than a cannon blast. Ripping through the present, tearing up the past. You didn't need a bullet, didn't need a blade. Oh, you hit me point blank, right in the center of the chest. No powder burn, no blood on the vest. Yeah, you looked me in the eye and you stole my breath away. A gentleman's execution in the light of day. Stone cold point blank. I would have taken a bullet for you. I would have taken the fall. But you didn't use a weapon. No, you didn't use a weapon at all. You just said goodbye. And that was the loudest shot I ever heard. Straighten the tie, check the mirror. Clean kill point blank. Yeah. Keep the change.
They say love is a crime scene. And baby, I'm the evidence. Don't look for me. I left the keys on the counter by the half-empty glass, watching the taillights fade, watching the moments pass. I packed my life in a duffel, left the silk suits behind, changing my history, scrubbing the sins from my mind. You were sleeping like an angel in a city of thieves. I kissed your forehead softly, shaking like dead autumn leaves. I couldn't tell you the truth, couldn't whisper the lie, that the wolves are at the door and it's time to say goodbye. I traded a Rolex for a burner and a beat-up sedan. The hardest part of dying is living as another man. If I stayed, the darkness would swallow you whole. I got a target on my back and a price on my soul. So I'm burning the photos, I'm severing the ties. Now I'm living in witness protection, I'm a ghost in a motel, a name in the sand, letting go of your heart to protect your hand. Yeah, I'm guilty of loving you way too much, so I'm sentencing myself to never feel your touch. Witness protection. Yeah. New ID says I'm John, just a face in the crowd, but inside my head the silence is screaming so loud. No more high-rise views, no more champagne nights, just flickering neon and flickering streetlights. I was a gentleman gangster, polished and cold, but you were the only story that I never told. I saw the hit coming, I saw the deck getting stacked, so I took the bullet for you, and I never looked back. They think I ran out of fear, let them think what they will. It takes a man to walk away when he's got the power to kill. The highway is long and the desert is wide. There's nowhere left for a sinner to hide, except in the memory of the way you smiled. Now I'm living in witness protection, hiding
protection. Find a man who walks in the light, someone who sleeps soundly in the middle of the night. Don't weep for the shadow, don't weep for the ghost. It's the things that we love that destroy us the most.
Evening. Seems we've run out of road. And I run out of luck.
Straighten the tie, brush the dust off the lapel. I walked through fire, now I'm checking into hell. Kept my shoes shined, even walking through the mud. Kept my hands clean while they were covered in blood. I was a gentleman sinner, the saint with a gun, always moving in the shadows, never seeing the sun. I bought you diamonds, baby, paid for with lies. Now the reflection in the window has dead eyes. The engine is cooling, the silence is loud. I was a king for a minute, now I'm alone in the crowd. I wrote a letter that I'll never send. March, return to sender, my only friend. The street lights flicker like a dying heart. Watch the whole damn world fall apart. Welcome to the dead end, where the pavement turns to dust. I traded all my love for a little bit of lust. Yeah, I'm a sharp-dressed wreck in a luxury tomb, waiting on the judgment in the corner of the room. No U-turns here, no place to mend. Just me and my shadow at the dead end. They call it business, I call it a life. Walking on the edge of a rusty knife. I tip my hat to the devil when we made the deal. Now I'm staring at the dashboard, gripping the wheel. I remember your dress, the color of wine. I remember the moments when I called you mine. But a man like me, with a heart made of stone, still sitting there alone. So pour out a glass for the ghosts in the back. Fade to black, yeah, fade to black. I'm sorry for the mess, I'm sorry for the noise. I'm just a broken man playing with dangerous toys. I'm just a broken man playing with dangerous toys. Welcome to the dead end, where the pavement turns to dust. I traded all my love for a little bit of lust. Yeah, I'm a sharp-dressed wreck in a luxury tomb, waiting on the judgment in the corner of the room. No U-turns here, no place to mend, just me and my shadow at the dead end. You keep the change, I won't be needing it where I'm going. Dead.